What's up guys, we're going to be testing out Cyberpunk. This is the Z1 Extreme Ally. Here's our FPS over here, and we're at 15 watts. This is the 1080p, and it's the Steam Deck preset. And I'm going to go ahead and start a counter if you're interested in those averages or the 1% or 0.1s. You can see those down here, but our current FPS is just right there, so we're getting about 30. I'll also have timestamps down in the description as well as the video itself, so you can just jump to any section you want to see. And for 1080p, it looks like we're getting right at 30 FPS for the average, just depending on where we're at. This is a slightly less demanding area, so I would say about 29-30 right there. Now let's go ahead and reset that, and we're going to knock this up to 18 watts, and you'll see we get a pretty big jump right now. So let's go ahead and start that counter again, and we're gonna go drive right back through that same area we were just in. So this is only 3 additional watts. You can see we're already getting about 4 or 5 additional average FPS. All right, so it looks like we're at about 35, and it's running really stable. You can see it just went down slightly, but even 22 FPS for those 0.1s. So let's go ahead and reset this again, and we're gonna go ahead and jump all the way to 30 watts. You can see right here, the watts should change to 30. Then we're gonna go ahead and start that counter again. And you can see going from 18 watts just right off the bat up to 30. We're not getting a lot of performance. That's one thing where it kind of levels off when you're playing. And I definitely don't recommend doing 30 when you're on battery, because you just don't get a whole lot of extra performance. But if you're plugged in, it really doesn't matter.
We'll be right there.
So it looks like we're going to level off right at 39 FPS for the average. Getting really good 1% and even the 0.1s. You can see down here, this is the frame time. We're at about 25 milliseconds, and any spikes in this graph down here would mean we're hitting a stutter, and it's really playing quite smoothly.
There you are.
All right, so here we are. We've knocked it down to 720p. Once again, this is the Steam Deck quality preset. And here at 10 watts, you can even hear it. It's crackling. It really doesn't like it. We're down at like 19 FPS. So we're going to go ahead and up that to 15 watts. And you see how much of a difference that made. So let's go ahead and start that counter. And we're getting quite a bit more FPS here at 720p. So getting over 40, driving around the same area. This feels a lot better than 1080p. Definitely a bit smoother, more responsive. We're getting a little bit of spikes in that frame time. And a lot of times when you get to higher FPS, sometimes your CPU will be the bottleneck. I don't think that's the case here at all, but sometimes that can cause the FPS to stutter, where you'll see like a little spike down in the frame time. So overall, 43 FPS average at just 15 watts. Let's go ahead and reset that counter. And then we're going to up this to 18 watts. You can see it jump right there, already up past 50. So go to start that counter again. Let's go ahead and swing back around where we were just before to try to keep it somewhat even. It doesn't matter too much, but if you're near the main city, it can definitely cause the FPS to drop drastically over being out where we're at right now. And we're getting a really great FPS here, almost 50, 48. It's pretty high. Sometimes we'll see it go up to about 50. We got a really big stutter there for just a second, so those 0.1s drop down quite a bit. Yeah, I guess we're not supposed to go in here. That's the fastest I think I've ever died in this game. All right, so here we've reloaded, and at 18 watts, we're getting about 48 for the average. So let's go ahead and bump that all the way up to 30 watts. And we'll go ahead and start that counter again. And it is making a bit of a difference. You can see we're getting about 7 additional FPS. Let's go ahead and turn around. Overall, though, it runs really good. I'm definitely enjoying the experience on here at close to 60 FPS, and it looks really good as well. And so here at 30 watts, it looks like we got about 58 FPS. So an additional 10 FPS going from 18 to 30. That's a decent bump. And we'll go ahead and just pause that counter. Overall, runs really good on the Ally. Definitely a very playable and enjoyable experience. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.